Hi folks, I'm Dr. Steve Smith, and I'm the founder of the Pasadena Pacers Running Club. I've been here in practice for the last 40 years treating runners and athletes, and I want to go over some really important strength exercise that you can use to help prevent injuries. Sometimes patients have patellar tracking problems, or they have weak glutes, or they have difficulty with maintaining their balance, especially when they get tired. Their form starts to degrade and they have injuries. So using these exercises, you can help to prevent injuries and make yourself a stronger runner by building up specific muscles in your gait pattern. Here's the first of the lunge matrix, and it's called the forward lunge. This is a great exercise to help develop eccentric contraction in your quadriceps muscles. There's a couple of ways you can do it. One of them is right and the other one's incorrect. So we'll start with the incorrect method. Go ahead. And you notice his knee came way forward of his foot. We don't want that. We want the leg to be straight up and down during the lunge. So go ahead and let's show a correct lunge. Forward lunge. You notice his leg is staying straight up and down in the lunge position, and the emphasis is on the posterior quad, or the leg in the back quadriceps. This is the muscle that does all the work going downhill. It's your brakes. And if you keep it strong, it'll keep your knees from hurting, and you'll be able to handle those intense contractions on the downhill run so you don't wind up with knee pain. This next exercise in the lunge matrix is called the side lunge, and it works your hip stabilizers. It works the tensor fasciae lata, the gluteus medius, the piriformis, and to a lesser extent the gluteus maximus, but it also works the side of your legs. The vastus lateralis is one of the important quad muscles, and it works the peroneal muscles. That's these muscles along the side of the calf here that sometimes get irritated and cause stability problems when you're running. So this is the side lunge in the lunge matrix. Go ahead, Ed, show us how to do it. And he's keeping his chest up and his chin up, and he's keeping the leg that he is lunging away from straight and bending the thigh and going as deep as he possibly can. The deeper you go, the more glutes you engage. And he's concentrating on driving with the heel. You notice how his toe comes up a little bit on the lunging leg? That means he's pushing and driving with his heel, which causes your glutes to engage and gives a great strengthening stimulus to the gluteus muscles and your hip stabilizers, which are the muscles that keep you upright when you're running. They keep you nice and stable and give you a stable platform from which to thrust your next gait cycle with. This is the most challenging of the lunge matrix, and it's called the crossover to a reverse. This lunge will help you develop dynamic stability, torsional stability, hip strength, and it'll help you to control femoral rotation. Being able to control the rotation of your femur determines which angle that your knee is going to bend at and what kind of torque stress you're going to put on the ankle. So it's an important exercise. It's extremely challenging, and if you're challenged with balance problems or you're injured, don't do this exercise. But if you're a runner and you're starting to get advanced and you really want to prevent injuries, especially if you're doing hill runs or you're going to be doing a lot of long distance, this is a great exercise to help proof up yourself against injury. So it's done like this. He's going to step over, do a lunge, step back at 45 degrees, and do another lunge. And he's going to go into a fluid, sort of a dancing maneuver where he's going back and forth. Crossover and reverse. Crossover and reverse. Very challenging. Remember to keep your chest up and your chin up, and drive with your heel on the stable leg. So his left leg is a stable leg, and he's driving with his heel, and that engages more glutes, and it keeps him balanced a little bit better by doing it that way. Stay off your toes on this one. Good. Crossover to a reverse. You're going to love this exercise. Once you get used to it, although it's very challenging, it's extremely beneficial in preventing injuries in runners.